Hi, this is Tanya Smith joining me with the audio healing mission, Healing Journey with Tanya. Tanya, if you could just introduce yourself a little bit and talk to us about your journey of personal healing.
All right. As she's mentioned, my name is Tanya, and personal healing, that's a lifetime journey, actually. I would say this is the first time in my life where I literally can say I love myself. And I just think,
Beautiful.
yeah, definitely. And I just think that as you go through life, I think that God has already created us to be beautiful, you know? And I just think that as we go through life and encountering this world, I think a lot of the things that are thrown at us just sticks on us for a while. And I think that healing itself is peeling off those layers that's hiding the beauty and the shine that God has given us.
That's awesome. And so, how has your personal healing journey contributed to your work with others?
My personal healing journey is what inspired me to be able to to do work with others. Once I realized that the uniqueness, that's me, is not a problem. It's not something to be ashamed of or something to hide. Um, that just makes me want to go out and embrace others and say, hey, it's okay. You're beautiful how you are. And as we continue in the healing journey, and just even with the audio healing and the words that we speak, I think they're extremely empowering. I think that is something that helps us to correct the way we think about ourselves. Um, there is something that says, um, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So I would say for my personal healing journey, and just even being a part of the audio healing mission, going through that process, it itself even elevated the level of healing within myself, of how I view myself. Because I think once you view yourself in the correct lenses, you would see those things that we think are wrong with us. There's nothing wrong with you. It's more so of how the world and what it teaches makes you think something is wrong with you.
I love that. So, what I wrote down was you said, I am not a problem and there is nothing wrong with you. I think that is amazing. And I absolutely agree. Having that lens, understanding that you are perfectly you and you are perfect in every way that you are, the good, the bad, the ugly, there's nothing wrong with you. It really empowers us to take hold of our power.
Hmm.
And so I love that. I love that. So you mentioned the audio healing mission, and you and I are both a part of that. So tell me about your journey with the audio healing mission. What inspired you to do it? And then what kind of change or transformation happened to you while doing it?
Well, when I first became aware of the audio healing mission, which was almost, gosh, I don't know, many months before I even decided to be a part of it, I was thinking, I think I'll be good at doing that. I like that because before it, I've always listened to confessions from different people. So it was right down my alley. However, I didn't think that I was, you know, timing was poised for me to do it. So I waited. And when I got things together, I reached out and said, hey, yes, that's me. I want to be a part of this. Um, and I would say the thing that happened when I was actually recording, um, those words, I just took it to heart. And when I spoke, it came from my heart. And I'm a true believer in faith and love dwelling in the heart. And I know that with words, power is released. And that was my intent during the time of me recording the healing mission. But yeah, I hope I answered your question. But if not, please
You
backtrack so I
did.
can make
You
sure I get
did.
it.
And you said a word, well, you said a few words, but with
Mhm.
words, power is released. And that goes back to what you were saying when language matters, our narrative matters, how we speak about ourselves and the world matters. And so with words, power is released. I really love that. Like I got the chills with that. So thank you. You absolutely answered the question.
Hey guys, I'm here with the interactive video Genie, and I just wanted to demonstrate how it works. So, interactive video Genie, I got a question. What if I wanted to reach a customer who, let's say they're interested in fashion?
No problem, Emmanuel. We've got you covered. We'll ask your customer a series of tailored questions to understand their interests, preferences, and needs.
So it's like having a personalized conversation with each customer, guiding them exactly on what they're looking for.
Exactly. By engaging your customers in this interactive experience, we ensure they feel heard, understood, and valued. It's the perfect way to connect with them on a deeper level and drive engagement.
That's incredible. Thank you, Interactive Video Genie, for showing me how you work. It looked like you're going to be a powerful tool in our hands.
Anytime, Emmanuel. Together, we'll revolutionize the way you reach and connect with your customers.
Come to In Vivo Exposure and check out our Interactive Video Genie, where your wish is our command. Are you ready to unlock the hidden potential within you? Join us on a transformative journey of self-discovery and inner awareness with activating your pineal gland, pranayama, and inner awareness. In just a few minutes a day, you'll learn the ancient practice of pranayama, using the breath to activate your pineal gland, enhance your intuition, and experience a profound sense of inner peace. Don't miss this opportunity to harness the power of your breath and embark on a sacred voyage of self-realization. Enroll now and awaken your inner potential. Visit our website at my.utemoniatv.com.
Okay.
So one more thing about the audio healing mission before we explore what other things you're doing. The power of sound and music and healing and personal transformation is a cornerstone of the audio healing mission. From your experiences, how have you seen audio meditations and healing sounds impact individuals on their path to wellness?
Oh, wow. First of all, thank you, because that's a beautiful question. Not many people are really aware that power is in sound, that healing is in sound. And I just think how that was just designed that way on purpose. As you have heard, I am a believer in God. So I just think that was something that was done on purpose. It reminds me back of when if any people who know the Bible, I'm just going to throw this out there. There was a story that told about David would play the harp to soothe the king at the time, because the king was, just being tormented. And whenever David played that harp, it just all melted and went away. And at that point, I was like, oh my God, there is healing in sound waves, in the power. And as you know, even from today, just studying, just through technology, certain sound waves can evoke certain emotions and mood, because music itself is inspiration. And the thing is, what is it inspiring? And so, as it relates to the audio healing mission, I think in what we're saying, in what we're doing, is inspiring growth and transformation. And that's the biggest thing. We're transforming. And a lot of times people look and they probably say, I want to be up here, although they see themselves here. But at the end of the day, you have to realize you're really here. And what you're doing is, again, like I said, tearing away layers that you have accepted as labels of who you are. And once you stop doing that and realize that you are a spiritual being in this realm, then you start to embrace yourself.
Life is full of twists and turns. Sometimes those changes lead to stress, anxiety, or depression, making each step feel like a mountain to climb. If you're in this place, struggling to find life amidst the shadow, know this: you don't have to navigate it alone. At Phoenix Community Wellness, we specialize in providing a nurturing environment to face life's challenges head-on. Our therapies are designed not just to help you cope, but to arm you with practical strategies for long-term well-being. You don't have to let anxiety, depression, or life transitions define you. With our expert guidance, you can reclaim your narrative and step into a life of renewed purpose.
So you've had that spark of an idea. Now it's just waiting to ignite into something amazing. And in a world of noise and chaos, your idea can be drowned out, lost in the crowd. But what if there was a place where your vision mattered, where it can take shape and thrive? At In Vivo Exposure, we're not just listeners, but we're storytellers and dream builders. Let us craft your narrative and bring your story to life. Take the first step towards visualizing your dreams by giving us a call today.
That is beautiful. That is really beautiful. So music has the ability to uplift or bring down. And I often tell my clients in my private practice, right, to cultivate a happy playlist, to bring our mood up. But we have to be very mindful of the songs we cultivate, because some of the songs that we love to hear, the lyrics are absolutely not positive, or some of the theme of the song. So I tell them that they have to be very, very intentional with what they choose, because music absolutely can uplift or break down. So I want to talk a little bit about you as a person, get to know you a little bit. But I have a kind of like a fun question before we dive into the things that you're doing. Could you share the last book you read, or one that you're currently reading, or what you're currently watching on television?
Okay. All right. Thank you for giving me a choice for television. I would say, I mean, it's judge me however you like, but I am not a big reader unless it's technology. I can say I will listen to certain books, and most of the books I listen to is something history based. So I can understand more about being an African American. How did I get here, where we are today? That's why I do go back and look at, okay, well, what happened, 400 years ago? How did everything kind of come to play? That's important to me. And the book I'm reading now, oh my God, I love it. It is The Third Eye by Sophia Stewart.
Oh my gosh, how
Yes.
amazing. Yes, please continue to talk. I love Sophia Stewart. If anyone is not aware, Miss Sophia Stewart is Mama Matrix. This is the woman whose book, The Third Eye, is source material for both The Terminator and The Matrix. So please, Tanya, please continue to tell us about the book. Oh my gosh.
Well, the reason I like the book is because you can tell whoever wrote the book that they know what they're talking about as far as when it comes to different dimensions. Like I said, technology is thoroughly technology based to me, in what she's writing. What I do like about it is that the way the book is written is really explaining how we're not the only beings. Some people think that human beings are the only beings, which is not true. There's also other beings that are unseen. And so she starts to go in and explore that element and just bring it out. And I'm at the beginning of the book, but it is a book that, if I didn't have to work, I probably wouldn't put it down until I'm just very, very, very tired. But yeah, I'm proud to say I'm reading this book.
Awesome. Hey, do you mind if I welcome you back once you're finished with that book to talk about it? Because I
sure.
am so just elated that you're reading it. I absolutely am such a fan of Sophia Stewart. So I just think the fact that that's the book you mentioned, first of all, when I asked you the question, you're like, thanks for giving me a TV option. But then you answered a book option. And then the book option you answered was one of my like faves. So this is amazing. I'd love to hear your take on it once you're done.
Okay, that sounds
Okay.
great.
All
And
right.
real
So
quick,
now,
TV. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no,
I
you
was
go
about to
ahead.
just throw that TV option out there. I'm watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, but go ahead. I'm done.
On Netflix, right? The live action.
Yes, I'm a
Oh,
big fan
good.
of the cartoons, so
Yes,
yeah.
I love that anime as well. So currently there's two books I'm reading. One is called Allegedly by Tiffany Jackson. Um,
Okay.
it's a book about mm, a child in, I don't know what to explain. It's a great thriller. That's what I will say. And then the other book I'm reading is All Sinners Bleed by S.A. Crosby. And it is a book about a man who is discovering himself in a rural town in Virginia, dealing with racism, dealing with his own traumas, dealing with his relationship with his father, the death of his mother. It's a pretty awesome book. So, those are the things that I'm reading, but it is nice to hear what you've got going on. And I hope you enjoy Avatar. I can't wait for the next season. Okay, so back to you. Can you share with us what you're working on outside of the audio healing mission? What is Tanya Smith passionate about?
So you have an idea, but it's the end of the first quarter, March is here, and the clock is ticking. That book you've been dreaming of, that idea waiting to be visualized, don't let it slip away. It's time to take action. Whether you're writing a book, starting a podcast, or starting a business, the time is now. Don't let fear keep you from missing out. At In Vivo Exposure, we're here to turn your ideas into a reality. You see, our transmedia storytelling approach will amplify your message and captivate your audience. Don't wait any longer. Seize the moment. Give us a call today, and let's bring your vision to life. In Vivo Exposure is where stories begin.
Okay, Tanya Smith is definitely passionate about technology, which is one of the missions for the We Do Care Foundation, and which is a nonprofit that I founded, and along with my sister. And our mission right now, I told her, I was like, there are kids out there that does not have access um, to a computer at home, and they have to rely on the one at school, which is a short period of time, and then it's just easier to have your own, especially when you're going into high school, which I'm sure is probably pretty much mandated that you have access to a computer at home. So that's what we're looking to do. I actually went back to the old elementary school that I used to attend as a kid. And yes, it's still standing with the same name. My sister teased me about that part. But yeah, that's what I want to do, is to bridge that gap, or any gaps of technology, where making sure that people have internet access, and not just kids but also seniors. There are seniors out there that if they want to learn how to operate a computer or anything like that, that's something else that we will be offering as well. And eventually, I also just want to spin off into admin services for seniors, because there are a lot of baby boomers out there that are just lost, and
Okay.
everything that they need, is tech.
So you're bridging the gap, giving access to those that may not have access, because we are technologically moving forward, and so it's hard to be successful without access to technology these days. So that is amazing.
Right.
That is amazing. Um, so reflecting on your journey and the evolution of what you're doing with We Do Care Foundation and the Audio Healing Mission. What are your
Mhm.
aspirations for the future of the initiative with audio healing? Like, what are your aspirations, and as well as your foundation? What would you like to see in the future?
What I would like to see in the future would be healing for those that do participate and listen to the audio healing, whether it's whomever they're listening to, and to have that same healing spread and just spread from one person to the next. Almost like, I hate to say this, but it's a good analogy. Almost like COVID. Breathe in, breathe out, healing. And then it goes
Yes.
to the next person.
Thank you for the princess. What can I get for you?
Now, I know you know that Princess is a drive-in service.
Hello?
Pickup service.
Oh my God.
Thank you. And dine-in service. But did you know that they host events? Now that's a jackpot. Jackpot! Reneging is not allowed.
Gang, chicken and waffles on y'all.
You can even come through for a good word, too.
Am I helping somebody today?
Glory. So pull up to Princess, where the experience is always royal.
Hey there, it's Ultimate, your friendly neighborhood clinician. I've got something exciting coming your way this Friday. It's Fuck Around and Find Out Friday. I want to hear all your crazy stories about people who tried you, or maybe even your own stories where you fucked around and found out. So listen, I get it. Sometimes sharing these stories openly can be a bit tricky. That's why I've got an anonymous option for you. Just follow the link provided and you can spill the tea without revealing your identity or the person you're talking about. But if you're feeling brave, you can also drop your tale in the chat. Don't worry, I've got your back. I'll read them out loud and offer up some good vibes for you or anyone else who might be in danger of finding out. And so let's not forget about our incredible healthcare workers and service industry heroes. I want to hear your stories too. Those unforgettable encounters with patients and customers that make you question your whole life and theirs too. So it's time to release some steam and have a good laugh together. So mark your calendars. This Friday is all about embracing those fuck around and find out moments. Let's come together, share our stories, and find some relief from the pressure. Cheers.
You ever feel like your customers are getting lost in the shuffle? Say hello to the interactive video Genie. With our interactive technology, your audience gets to choose their own journey because your audience deserves personalized attention. So don't miss out on connecting with your customers on a deeper level. Let the interactive video Genie guide your customers to engagement success.
So not only healing yourself, but in healing yourself, healing others, and that perpetuating, kind of like a pay it forward kind of healing. So your light illuminates the light of others, and theirs illuminates the light of others, and so on and so forth.
Yes, absolutely.
That is amazing. I want that for us too. And so that starts with us, correct?
Correct. Somebody has to do it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And so tell me a little bit about your personal healing journey. How are you illuminating your light to illuminate others?
Well, for one thing, I sit and I have changed my daily routine. I will carve out time for myself to sit and listen and reflect and to acknowledge the energy that's within me. And based on certain inspirations of what's happening on the inside of me regarding that energy, I will do it. If today, okay, say like yeah, even today was a slow start day for me, and it's okay. And I have to give myself time for that. I don't always have to be working 24/7.
Oh, say
Through
that again for the people in the back. Please say that again. I need to hear that too. Say that one more time.
I do not have to work 24/7. There's a type of, I know most of us work because we're wanting or trying to exude a certain force to get us to a certain level. However, there is power and a force that's simply in just resting. You have to refresh yourself. You have to make sure you spend time to listen. It's not always
Absolutely.
about just, grinding every day, grinding. I mean, no, part of it is you have to listen to make sure that you're on the right track, or
Yes,
even
I
getting
love that.
answers to the problems that you're faced with. Because even as we go and grow, there are tons of obstacles and tons of negative things that may occur. And you mentally have to battle these things. You emotionally have to battle these things. So you have to get rest. So I started to do that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. So, what I heard you
Mhm.
say is sometimes you have to listen to your heart. You have to listen to your body and not always go with what your mind is telling you to do. Sure, there's time to do something, but if you are not up to it, if you're not feeling it, then you have to pay attention to that. And so that kind of aligns again. I wrote a book called 5 Things I Tell All My Clients, right? And so some of what you're saying reminds me of not what I've written in the book, but again, some things that I've told my clients. So I tell my clients that we charge everything we use, from smartwatches to cell phones to laptops to electric vehicles. And we charge the things we use, but we as well require charging and recharging. And so when we think of rest, which is what you mentioned, when we think of rest, we think of maybe rest as one thing. But I want to challenge people to understand that there are several types of rest, to include time away, permission to not be helpful, doing something unproductive, connecting with art and nature, solitude to recharge, a break from responsibility, stillness, a safe space, and alone time at home. And for me, I love to be able to be unproductive and not responsible. That feels like super rest for me.
Yeah. Likewise.
Okay,
Likewise. Mhm.
awesome. So let me ask you. So again, I mentioned I wrote a book, 5 Things I Tell All My Clients. Is there
Mhm.
something that you tend to tell your clientele? Some like a theme that you tell them, regardless of what they're coming to you for? Is there something that you tell people that you work with?
I would tell them um, that things will work out, things will fall into place, and not to worry. I think, like I said, the stress of becoming who you really are, and just the stress of doing more or doing something in life that makes a difference is heavy. But the thing that I try to leave people to focus with is it's going to work out. Things will fall into place. Even if working out and falling into place is not looking like how we imagine it, but at the end of the day, it still works out.
Hmm. So
You know,
regardless of what you do, what's meant to be will be. If it's for you, you will receive it. If it's supposed to happen, it will. Is that what you're saying?
yes, I'm saying just rest. If someone comes to me and they say, "Hey, Tanya, we don't have internet access." Okay. I'm going to call, whoever I need to call to get them a pole or post set up with the cables. I'm doing it all. And what I'm saying is, don't worry. Things will work out. And maybe that's not how they end up getting internet. They may end up getting internet. The company might say, well, we can't put a pole there, but we can offer satellite. Okay, now they're getting internet from the satellite. At the end of the day, it may not have matched what, my client and I discussed, but we still got internet access. So sometimes, and I tell my sister this all the time, look, that is not for you to solve. That is not your problem. Only thing you need to do is execute this part, which we have done. The rest of how that works, that's not you. That's for somebody else who's an expert in that field. So sometimes I think also as entrepreneurs, we try to work and do things that we shouldn't be doing. It's not in our wheelhouse. Instead, you need to go and reach and look out beyond yourself. So, yeah.
Awesome. I love that. I want to thank you for your time, my sister in audio healing mission. Last question before we go. Is there something that you believe that should be normalized that is not? Like, what is one thing that you think should be normalized? Whether that's in your community, dealing with your clientele, or the culture, whatever. What is one thing you think should be normalized?
I think it should be normalized that we're all people and we're different, and we're this yet made of the same substance.
Okay. So we've got more in common than we don't?
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Is that like we have more in common than we don't? Like we are more alike than we are different because we've got the same kind of things.
Mm-hmm. We have like our internal, the energy and spirit of us. It's all the same. I talk to different people from different cultures, and it's all the same. People love their families.
Awesome. They do. And they want health and safety and love. Yes, ma'am. So can you tell the audience how they can reach you on social medias or your foundation?
Okay. Yes, I would just say you can. I'm trying to think which one I want to throw out there. And I'm so sorry, but We Do Care Foundation. If you look that up, we are on Facebook, and We Do Care Foundation. We are also on Twitter. Just look up the We Do Care Foundation, and it will be the We Do Care Foundation that's in Georgia. If you see it's in Georgia, that will be the one where they can connect with me. And also through the audio healing mission as well. And I don't know that website by heart. I'm sorry.
We'll throw it up there. No worries. Thank you so much for your time. I want to say I see you. I recognize you. I love you, Miss Tanya Smith.
Likewise. And I cannot wait for us to meet again.
All right. Namaste. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You ever wonder why you craved a burger at midnight, but don't actually eat it? Let's dive into the battle inside your mind. Meet the three musketeers of your psyche, the id, ego, and superego. It's like having a devil, an angel, and a mediator all in your head. The id is all about pleasure. Sees a burger, I want it now. Now, your superego, that's the moral compass. No burgers after 8 p.m. And well, the ego makes the peace. How about a healthy snack now, and we'll have that burger tomorrow? So, next time you're battling cravings or decisions, remember your id, ego, and superego are just trying to sort it out. Your mind's own sitcom playing 24/7.
Every second, someone is seeking a break. sanctuary just for you. A retreat where you reclaim time. All moms deserve a break. Hey moms, my name's Shakita Winder. I'm your new travel agent. I'm here to get you there.
Hey guys, I hope this message finds you well in the good spirits. It's been some time since our last connection, and I wanted to pause for a moment to reach out and offer some words of encouragement. You see, life has a way of surprising us, presenting challenges that shape our journey. Yet, always keep in mind that these challenges are the building block of our strength, wisdom, and resilience. So, if you're currently facing a demanding period, please remember that you're not walking this path alone. No matter the nature of your current struggle, it's crucial to recognize the inherent strength that is within you, which can conquer any obstacle. Should you require a listening ear or seek some direction, don't hesitate to reach out. We're a community bound by support, here for each other's well-being. Maintain your inner fortitude, stay attuned to your goals, and steadily advance towards them. Your capabilities are abundant. I'm wishing you an influx of positivity. It's your boy Emmanuel Simms. And if no one told you they love you today, know that God loves you and so do I. Don't give up on your goals. You got this. Make it a great day or not. The choice is yours. Drippity, drippity.